Hello and good morning. I'm your host Terry, and you are listening to The Hidden Issues, where we discuss the somewhat unspoken challenges that are faced by many people in their everyday lives. Today we will speak of an illness that most of us have experienced, but unfortunately find uncomfortable to talk about. Keep listening and enjoy. It may be that stranger sitting right beside you on the bus. It may be the cousin you see every weekend for your family barbecue. It may even be your closest soulmate, your best friend. Depression hits and leaves a bruise, and this devastating disability is absolutely no joke. And before we continue, I'll answer your first question. What is depression? Depression is a psychiatric and medical illness that causes a person to feel excessive sadness, withdrawn, and even a sense of emotional numbness. The root of depression is truly unknown, but can be linked to genetics, chemical imbalances, traumatic events, unhappiness, the loss of a special and loved person, and really so many more enlisted reasons. Although I personally believe a person is never genuinely cured from depression, there are options available to treat it and help the symptoms from worsening. I'll have more for y'all after this short break. Man, I just got my horrible car at the shop and it's already breaking down on me. I can't believe how much it's given up.
Are you having trouble with that little lemon of yours? I could help you out and get you a discount at South Texas Wheels and Steels. Everyone is pre-approved and there is zero upfront fees. I'll even give you their number. Write this down, friend. 210-818-2011. Did you get that? It's 210-818-2011. The buddies will be waiting on your call.
And we're back from the break. This is your host, Terry, speaking. As I mentioned before, there is treatment for depression. Generally, doctors prescribe antidepressants, which come in many diverse forms and dosages, and psychotherapy is usually paired with the medication to allow the person to release their thoughts and anxieties. Of course, if it is absolutely necessary, a person may have to stay inpatient at a mental health facility or institution, but in modern day, that is not as frightening as it would have been back in the 1700s and 1800s. Many years ago, people who had depression or any mental illness were seen as crazy, unsafe, and undeserving of life. People who weren't at fault for the feelings they experienced were treated disgustingly and really just locked away, neglected, and some were even killed due to the lack of training and basic medical knowledge. Fortunately, the health system has changed and mental health procedures have been improved to actually help a struggling person and to show them the value of life. If major changes hadn't been made, our society, and humanity for that matter, would have been destructive. The stereotypes would have been stronger than they are now because, believe it or not, some people are still ignorant enough to classify a person who is solely having trouble with their feelings as dangerous or a psycho. We'll be back in a few seconds. This earth is everyone's home. Stop littering. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Welcome back. As I was saying, the perception of mental illness has drastically changed, and although it's not entirely positive, it has changed for the better. If left untreated, depression can lead to worse and increasingly heavier problems. People who don't receive help are at higher risk of drug and alcohol abuse, self-harm, panic disorders, anxiety, and ultimately taking their own lives away. Depression is an extremely serious issue, and if you are hurting, I personally urge you to receive help. Talking to someone really does soothe the emotional pain. Letting someone know can raise the burden off your shoulders and make you feel relieved. You are alive. You have blood running through your veins. Your body is working for you, and only you can decide what you choose to do with the opportunity and power life provides to you. There is hope for the now, the present. There is hope for the future. And although the past cannot be changed, it is only that. The past. It is done and gone, and you can go forward. You can choose where and who you want to be. Suicide is never an option, and as hard as life can be, it will only show you the strength you had stored, and each obstacle will eventually pass, and everything will be okay. This was Terry Gutierrez. Thanks for listening and stay tuned for more on the hidden issues.